salve a tutti ragazzi di Game Legends, sono Naghi e siamo qui al Game Room, la città dei videogiochi, e qui con noi abbiamo un ospite importantissimo per l'industria dei videogiochi, Martin O'Donnell, celebre compositore di titoli come Halo e Destiny.
Thanks for having me.
Ok. Ora faremo delle domande, poi ci saranno dei sottotitoli e quindi potrete seguire per bene questa fantastica intervista. Ok, the first.
Sure.
Have you ever think about your career? To become the Ennio Morricone of the video game industry?
No, I didn't, especially when I first started. I was just doing television commercials and film scores in Chicago, and I just played games. I liked games, so I never thought that when I got into games, sort of later in my career, that it would turn into something so successful. So it's been a wonderful time for me.
Okay, what's the main core of your success? What's the mind process to pass from one game to another?
Well, the most important thing for me is what is the story behind the game, because music, for me, is going to help enhance and evoke emotions for the player so that they have a really good time emotionally playing the game. So if it's just action or if it's just one emotion, I'm not going to have much success. So if it's a story that takes everybody on some sort of an emotional journey, that's what I want to know. And then I try to figure out the environment and the characters and what the scope of the story is and how music can enhance that.
Okay. Can we say that Game Room is a sort of ground zero of new way to meet, know, and direct speech with your fans?
Well, this is great. It's wonderful to be in Rome, and it's wonderful to see a thriving, game industry growing here, and education for game makers, and all the fans. It's just really great to meet people here in Italy that are such. I mean, look at this. This is a great collection.
Thank you.
I'm very happy about that.
Okay, and now, today, it's all about VR.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Golem will be released soon. How do you think about the game?
Well, it's VR, so we're putting people actually in the environments rather than just looking at a screen. They're actually, once you put the helmet on your head, you're actually in our environments. And so how you move around, what you look at, what you feel, is really, really important. It's very different than even first-person shooters. It just feels different when you're playing. And one of the interesting things for me is that because of the head tracking, we actually know where your ears are. So sound design, I can be very, very aware of everything about where your ears are, what you're hearing at all times, and that really sort of changes the feel of the game.
Okay, and last question, Halo 1, 2 or 3? Who's the best for you?
Yeah, those three were all, each one of them had, like Halo 1 was great because it was the first and it was a small team. We were less than 50 people. I think we were about 45 people for Halo 1. And no one knew that much about what we were going to do. So that I have really nice memories about Halo 1. Halo 2 is a great game. I got to work with Steve Vai. But Halo 2 also had probably the worst crunch time ever. So that was, sometimes I have painful memories about Halo 2. Halo 3 seemed to be one of those games where everything just sort of came together. It was really the end of, for us, it was the end of Master Chief's story. And it was very satisfying. So I love all of them, actually.
Okay. Thank you all.
Yes, thank you.
E ragazzi, con questo è tutto e alla prossima.